Here with Northwestern State baseball coach Chris Bertrand. The Demons getting ready to head to Troy for the first non-conference weekend of the year and the final non-conference weekend before conference play starts. Hard as that is to believe. But, Coach, first things first, you talked about wanting to learn a lot from opening weekend. I think you learned a lot about your team in those 3 games.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. And I think what we did is we took some things that we're going to be able to use throughout the season, which is always the goal. Being lifelong learners, being constant learners, but in addition to just what we can take from it, how do we put it to use? And I think we're going to be able to take some use out of getting all 3 of those starting pitchers starts, all of them doing what I think was facing adversity and overcoming, and then settling in and learning how to navigate through a lineup. And so it was great to get all of those guys into those roles, so to speak, with Dylan doing it the first time and TB doing it at length for the first time, and then obviously Trent doing it for the first time. And so excited about what we learned, excited about what we learned about our bullpen from the guys that had great performances and from the guys that had bounce back performances, and maybe we had a couple of guys that did throw twice over the weekend. And so happy about what we learned about our bullpen, and obviously happy about what we learned about our offense, right? I think we always knew that there was going to be a level of expectation and a level of excitement around the way we thought we were capable of swinging the bats, but really liked the way the dugout operated offensively, in the way that those guys are constantly sharing information, constantly in seek of adjustments, and having a great plan and an approach when going to the plate. And so starting to get some IQ and some savvy mixed in with what we think is our offensive talent, and we learned that about our offense. And so, man, we can take so much from this past weekend against such a quality opponent, a great series win for us, opening the new ballpark in front of our fans and being able to give them a level of excitement. Man, so many great things we're going to take from it.
Well, you'll take it into a team that you mentioned, a very quality opponent. You're going to face another one right out of the jump. And for 2 non-conference series, a very good A-Sun team and maybe one of the best teams in the Sun Belt. You'll see several Sun Belt teams throughout the year, but you're going to jump in with a team that's in the top 25 nationally, 3-1, coming off a very tough loss to obviously a very good Auburn team in the midweek. But you saw a good team from Troy last year, and you learned some things about last year's team in that series, but it's going to be a little different challenge going to Troy.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, dude, one of the best teams in the country. I mean, not just under those circumstances, but you saw that in last night's ball game against Auburn. One of the best teams in the country. They bring with them some things that are extremely difficult to prepare for, and some things that are extremely difficult to play against and to navigate. Mainly the number of left-handed hitters that they're capable of rolling out, and unbelievable left-handed hitters. The number of left-handed arms and right-handed arms they have, but a tremendous mix. The number of power pitchers that they have in bulk, and then also with that some pitchability guys. I mean, from top to bottom, you're looking at a team that's one of the best teams in the country because they're so well-rounded, they're so well-coached, they're so well-prepared. It's a team that I think we've really got our work cut out for us. And at the same time, we talked last week, we want to continue to balance out every single part of this in every single week that we play. And so we have to balance the idea of how well prepared we need to be and how we need to be ready to compete. We have to give them the utmost respect for how good they are. But at the same time, we've got to prepare ourselves on the other end of the spectrum where, we've got a pretty good ball club too. And we need to play with some confidence. And we need to play with a level of competitiveness that says that we are preparing ourselves for the thick of our conference play. We're preparing ourselves for, ultimately, if we want to get this program to where it needs to be, these are the types of environments you're going to have to thrive in, and the types of teams you're going to have to thrive against, whether that's winning postseason games in our own conference tournament, whether that's the opportunity to eventually play in a regional, and these are the types of teams and the types of stadiums and environments you're going to go play in. Facing some adversity, right, with travel and with weather and with switching game times and some things. And so, man, we're looking forward to accepting the challenge and answering the bell. We're looking forward to, again, what it is we can learn from it. we're looking forward to the level of competition that's going to take place over 3 games, because we understand that we have perspective of, regardless of the results, and we're going to go fight for good results for the Demons, but regardless of the results, we're going to be able to take these 3 baseball games and we're going to be able to use them in our program's growth and development for this season and seasons to come.
Coach, as always, we appreciate your time.
Farcombe Demons.